24 hours of the Passion, 2 p.m. hour, third hour of agony on the cross.
Preparation before each hour. O my Lord Jesus Christ, prostrate in your divine presence, I implore your most loving heart to admit me to the sorrowful meditation of the 24 hours in which, for love of us, you wanted to suffer so much in your adorable body and in your most holy soul unto death on the cross. Oh, please give me help, grace, love, deep compassion and understanding of your sufferings as I now meditate this hour. And for those which I cannot meditate, I offer you my will to meditate them, and I willingly intend to meditate them in all the hours in which I have to apply myself to my duties or sleep. Accept, O merciful Lord, my loving intention, and let it be beneficial for me and for all, as if I effectively and in a saintly way accomplished what I wish to practice. Meanwhile, I give you thanks, O my Jesus, for calling me to union with you by means of prayer. And to please you more, I take your thoughts, your tongue, your heart, and with this I intend to pray, fusing all of myself in your will and in your love, and stretching out my arms to hug you, I place my head on your heart, and I begin.
Jesus' fifth word, I thirst. I feel the fire that sets ablaze your entire, most sacred person. Your heart pounds so violently that it pushes out your ribs, causing you harrowing and heart-wrenching torments, whereby your most sacred humanity undergoes a transformation that renders you unrecognizable. The love that inflames your heart so completely parches and consumes you that you are no longer able to contain your love. You feel the intense torment, not only of your bodily thirst, but of the shedding of all of your blood, and, even more, your burning thirst for the salvation of souls. Longing to absorb us within yourself as a sponge absorbs water, and there keep us safe, you gather what little strength remains in you and cry out, I thirst. Oh, you repeat these words to every heart. I thirst for your will, for your affections, for your desires, for your love, a water fresher and sweeter than your soul you could not offer me. Oh, please, do not let my love for you burn in vain. My thirst is so inflamed that I not only feel my tongue and my throat on fire, to the point of no longer being able to utter one word, but I feel my heart and my very being consumed. Have pity on my thirst, have pity. And, as though delirious from his great thirst, Jesus abandons himself to the will of his Father. Oh, my heart can no longer bear to see the wickedness of your enemies who, instead of giving you water, give you gall and vinegar, and you do not refuse them. I understand. It is the gall of our many sins and the vinegar of our untamed passions that they give you, which, instead of refreshing you, cause you to ignite with an even greater love. O my Jesus, I give you my heart, my thoughts, and my affections.
I give you my entire being to quench your thirst and refresh your parched and embittered mouth. O my Jesus, all that I am and all that I possess I give you. If my sufferings can help save even one soul, here I am, ready to endure everything. I give you my entire being to do with me as you please. I offer reparation for the sorrow you endure for all souls who are lost. I offer reparation for the sorrow you experience from those whom you allow to share in your sadness and abandonment in order to comfort the burning thirst that devours you, but who choose to give into their own pleasures and make you suffer yet more. Jesus' sixth word, it is finished. My dying love, the endless sea of your sorrow, the fire that consumes you, and, most of all, the supreme will of the Father that decrees your death, no longer allow us to hope that your life may be spared. But oh, how can I live without you? By now your strength has left you. Your eyes are glazed and your face, transformed, assumes a death-like pallor. With your mouth half opened, you laboured, panting becomes continuous, such that it removes from us the hope of having your life spared. The fire that consumes you gives way to an icy chill and a cold sweat that covers your forehead. The intensity of the pain and the piercing of the nails force your muscles and nerve to contract more and more. As your nail wounds tear open more widely, I tremble and feel like I am about to die. I look at you, my good Jesus, and I see the last tears fall from your eyes, announcing your imminent death, while you, though barely able, utter another word. It is finished. Oh my Jesus, you are completely consumed. There is nothing left in you. Love has reached its goal. But am I completely consumed out of love for you? What thanks I owe you! How grateful I should be to you, O my Jesus, as you consume yourself for love of us on the cross. I wish to console you by offering you reparation for everyone's lack of correspondence to your love and for all offences directed against your love. Jesus' seventh word and death on the cross. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. My crucified, dying Jesus, you are about to take your last breaths of your mortal life. Rigor mortis has already set into your most sacred humanity, and it seems that your heart has stopped beating. I cling to your feet with Magdalene, and, if I could, I would give you my life to restore your life. Oh my Jesus, I now see that you move and open your dying eyes. From the cross you look around, as if wanting to give your last goodbye to all. You look at your dying mother, who no longer moves or speaks on account of her great sorrows, and you say to her, "Goodbye, dear mother, I am leaving, but I will keep you in my heart,
Take care of our children. You look at weeping Magdalene and faithful John, and with your eyes you say to them, goodbye. You gaze upon your own enemies with love, and with your eyes you say to them, I forgive you. I give you the kiss of peace. Nothing escapes your gaze. You bid farewell to everyone, and you pardon everyone. Then, gathering all your strength, and with a loud and thunderous voice, you cry out, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. And bowing your head, you breathe your last. O my Jesus, at this cry all nature is shaken and weeps over your death, the death of its Creator. The earth trembles violently and, with its trembling, seems to cry out. It seems to want to shake souls and make them recognize you as their true God. The veil of the temple is torn, the dead rise, and the sun, which had wept over your sufferings, now with horror withdraws its light. At this cry, your enemies fall to their knees and, beating their breasts, say, Truly, he is the Son of God. And your mother, paralyzed with grief and dying, suffers sorrows more harrowing than death itself. My Jesus, you have died. With your cry you command not only your spirit, but all of us into the hands of your Father, so that he may not reject us. Wherefore you cry out loudly, not only with your voice, but with all of your sorrows and with the voices of your blood. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit and all souls. O my Jesus, I too abandon myself to you. Grant me the grace to die completely in your love and in your will. I ask that you never permit me, either in life or in death, to go out of your most holy will. In this moment of your death on the cross, I wish to offer reparation for all those who do not abandon themselves perfectly to your most holy will, and, therefore, lose or diminish the precious fruits of your redemption. O my Jesus, what sorrow grips your heart in seeing so many souls flee from your arms, seeking to live only for themselves. Have pity on us all, O Jesus, and have pity on me. I kiss your head crowned with thorns, and I ask for forgiveness for my many thoughts of pride, ambition, and self-esteem. O Jesus, I promise you that every time a thought arises in me that is not entirely for you, and I find myself on the verge of offending you, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O Jesus, I kiss your most beautiful eyes, still wet with tears and covered with dried blood, and I ask your forgiveness for all the times I have offended you with evil and immodest gazes. I promise you that every time my eyes are led to look at mundane things, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred ears, deafened by insults and horrible blasphemies, up to the very last moments.
and I ask your forgiveness for all the times I have listened to or made others listen to conversations which distract us from you, and for all the evil conversations of others. I promise you that every time I find myself on the verge of hearing indiscreet conversations, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit.
O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred face that is pale, bruised, and bleeding, and I ask your forgiveness for the many scorns, offences, and insults you receive from our sins and the most vile acts of creatures. I promise you that every time I am tempted not to give you all the glory, love, and adoration you deserve, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred mouth, dry and embittered. I ask your forgiveness for all the times I have offended you with evil conversations or words, for all the times I have contributed to your grief and increased your thirst. I promise you that whenever the thought comes to me of saying things that might offend you, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred neck. I see the marks of the chains and the ropes that have oppressed you. I ask your forgiveness for the many bonds and attachments of souls which formed the ropes and chains around your most sacred neck. I promise you that every time I feel disturbed by inordinate attachments, desires, and affections, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred shoulders, and I ask your forgiveness for the many illicit pleasures and for the many sins committed with the five senses of the body. I promise you that every time I am on the verge of taking some pleasure or satisfaction that is not for your glory, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred chest. I ask your forgiveness for all the insipidness, indifference, lukewarmness, and horrendous ingratitude you receive from souls. I promise you that whenever my love for you grows cold, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred hands. I ask your forgiveness for all the evil and vain works, and for the many acts made evil by self-interest and self-esteem. I promise you that every time the thought comes to me of not operating solely for your love, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O my Jesus, I kiss your most sacred feet. I ask your forgiveness for the many steps and paths taken without an upright intention, and for the many souls who walk away from you to seek earthly pleasures. I promise you that whenever the thought comes to me of walking away from you, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my spirit. O Jesus, I kiss your most sacred heart, and I intend to enclose within it, along with my soul, all the souls you have redeemed, so that all may be saved and no one excluded. O Jesus, enclose me and lock me up within your heart, so that I may behold no one but you. I promise you that whenever the thought comes to me of wanting to go out of your heart, I will immediately cry out, Jesus and Mary, into your hands I commend my heart and spirit. Reflections and Practices by Saint Hannibal de Francia. Jesus is parched with thirst. Are we parched with thirst for Jesus? Do our thoughts and affections always have the purpose of quenching Jesus' ardent thirst? Unable to bear the thirst that consumes him, with a parched voice, Jesus adds, "It is finished." Jesus gave himself up completely for us. Do we strive in all things to be a continuous consummation of love for Jesus? Each thought, word and act led Jesus to his consummation. Do all our thoughts, words and actions move us to be consumed for the love of Jesus? O Jesus, my sweet life, may your consumed breath always breathe in my poor heart, so that I may receive the mark of your consummation. On the cross, Jesus fulfills the will of his Father in everything, and he breathes his last with a perfect act of abandonment in his most holy will. Do we fulfill the will of God in everything? Do we abandon ourselves perfectly to his will without looking at whether it is an advantage for us or not, but are content to find ourselves abandoned in his most sacred arms? Is our dying to ourselves a continuous act of love for Jesus? Can we say that although we live, we do not live, and that we are dead to everything in order that the life of Christ may come alive within us? Or do we live for ourselves? Does everything we do, think, desire and love help actualize the life of Christ within us, so as to make our every thought, word, step and desire die completely in Jesus? O my Jesus, may my death be a continuous death for love of you, and may each death I endure be a life I impart to all souls.
Thanksgiving after each hour. My beloved Jesus, you have called me in this hour of your passion to keep you company, and I have come. The most touching and eloquent words, I seem to hear you praying, offering reparation, suffering and pleading in anguish and sorrow for the salvation of souls. I tried to follow you in everything. Now I owe you my heartfelt thank you, and I bless you. Yes, O Jesus, I repeat my thank you thousands and thousands of times. And I bless you for all that you have done and suffered for me and for everyone. I thank you and I bless you for every drop of blood you shed. I thank you for every breath, heartbeat and step. Thank you for all the words, glances, afflictions and affronts you lovingly endured. For everything you did, O Jesus, I offer you my thank you and I bless you. O my dear Jesus, let my soul send forth a continuous flow of thanksgivings and blessings. May they draw down on all of us the flow of your blessings and graces. O my sweet Jesus, press me to your heart and, with your most sacred hands, mark every particle of my being with your I bless you, so that my being may send forth a continuous hymn of blessings to you.